President Putin, Russia is ready to deal with any scenario in the conflict with Ukraine. In a speech on the evening of November 21st, local time, Russian President Vladimir Putin affirmed that Moscow is ready to respond to any developments related to the conflict with Ukraine. Mr. Putin emphasized that Russia always prioritizes resolving disputes through peaceful means, but at the same time is fully prepared for more complicated situations. Russia attacks military facilities in Ukraine. Also in this statement, Mr. Putin confirmed that Russia had carried out an attack with an Oreshnik hypersonic medium-range ballistic missile carrying a conventional warhead on an important Ukrainian military-industrial facility in Dnipropetrovsk province. According to him, the target of the attack was the Yuzhmash Plant, a major military production center in Ukraine. The Russian leader said the move was in response to what Moscow said were attacks on Russian territory by NATO member states. Putin did not elaborate on NATO's actions but said that protecting national security was the primary reason for Russia's strong response. Missile launch announcement. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov revealed that Russia's National Nuclear Risk Reduction Center (NTCUI) had automatically sent a warning about the Oreshnik missile launch to the U.S. counterpart 30 minutes before it took place. However, Russia did not use the official notification channel between the two countries, which was established under a bilateral agreement, because the type of missile launched did not fall into the category of intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. This information was released to clarify suspicions related to the attack, in the context that Ukraine announced earlier the same day that Russia had launched an ICBM into the country. Currently, the Ukrainian side is collecting fragments of the missile to determine the exact type of weapon used in the attack. International situation. In the face of new tensions, this escalation has caused concern in the international arena. Spokesperson for UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres called on all parties involved to de-escalate the conflict and reaffirmed the importance of finding a peaceful solution to the Ukrainian crisis. He stressed that military actions only complicate the situation and cause greater losses in human lives and civilian infrastructure. NATO member states have yet to officially respond to Russia's accusations regarding attacks on its territory. Meanwhile, Ukraine continues to affirm that it will protect its sovereignty and resolutely respond to Russia's attacks. Russia's view on the conflict. In his speech, President Putin reaffirmed his stance that Russia does not want to prolong the conflict but will not hesitate to use all necessary measures to protect national interests. Moscow, he said, always prioritizes resolving disputes through negotiations and dialogue, but is also prepared for the worst. The statement reflects Russia's tough stance in the context of the conflict that has lasted for nearly 2 years and shows no signs of cooling down. By using hypersonic medium-range missiles, Russia also demonstrated its modern military capabilities and sent a strong message to international opponents. Uncertain future. While the parties involved continue to escalate, the international community is increasingly concerned about the possibility of the conflict expanding beyond Ukraine's borders. Russia's use of strategic weapons and recent developments have increased risks to regional and global security. The UN's call for de-escalation may help the parties to reassess the danger of the situation. However, with tough statements from both Russia and Ukraine, the road to peace is still far from clear. Whether the parties can reach a satisfactory solution or whether the conflict will continue to drag on remains an open question.